This is the Paloff press to help you build stability and strength in your core. This is really important for just about every movement in Ultimate, whether you're setting a mark or you're running or you're jumping. You got to be upright and aware and ready to react in a good athletic position and make sure that core is really strong and stable.
The setup. So you want to take your anchor point to be at about chest height, and then you're going to walk out until you have tension. You want to have yourself in a nice athletic stance. So your knees are slightly bent, toes pointed out. You've got your hips slightly tucked under, your legs active, core braced, and your chest lifted. Elbows are going to start tucked, and then you're going to walk out till you find that tension. Great. Once you find the tension you want, you're going to press the band out, and then you're going to pull it back in. Breathing is really important here, so you want to inhale and then press out, exhale with your arms out, and inhale to come back in. That's going to work your diaphragmatic breathing really well here. Note that the main muscles contracting here are your transverse abdominis all along your side wall of your abs, as well as your obliques and your glute medius. So the difference here on each side is that this side, the one closer to the anchor point, is going to be pushing your resistance over to your center point, and this side here is going to be pulling. So we have to do both sides, so make sure that you're hitting standards on both sides before progressing. If you have one side that is weaker, you need to work that side first before going over to your stronger side, and then only do as much time or reps as your weaker side can.
The Paloff press can be progressed every 2 to 6 weeks as you hit the standard for the progression level that you're at. So we're starting with the in and out. We will then advance to the hold. As you hit the standard for the hold, you will then progress to walkouts. So the next progression after you've hit the standards for the walkout is the anchor point to center.
Once you hit the standards from center to in, you're then going to progress from center to out. However, there is a slightly different stance here. We're going to be working more of our pivot foot, so you're going to take your leg that's away from the anchor point and step it forward. Then your back leg is actually going to push off and twist, like Dan will show us here, as he brings it out center, out from center.
As we go through this Paloff progression, we lead to the twists because as we move in Ultimate, whether we're cutting and changing directions, or we're playing defense and guarding somebody who's changing directions, or throwing, we are twisting a lot. Especially with throwing, it's very one-sided, so we want to make sure that we are exercising both sides of this so that we are strengthening both sides and staying well balanced.